There is a third sort of guy in a world where there are alphas and betas, the Sigma male. The usual hierarchy does not apply to the Sigma guy. He is independent and self-sufficient and does not require the approval of others. Brad Pitt's portrayal of the fictitious character Tyler Durden in the 1999 movie Fight Club is one of the most well-known representations of a Sigma male. Tyler Durden is a bright, personable, and self-assured man who is also a natural leader and a good warrior. But Tyler Durden is also a very disturbed person. He considers the world to be pointless and is a nihilist. He supports anarchy and violence as well. Tyler Durden is an interesting and intriguing guy despite his weaknesses. He is a product of his surroundings, and the world he sees is reflected in his ideas. He serves as a warning about the perils of unrestrained individuality. We will explore Tyler Durden's personality qualities in this video and talk about why he is frequently seen as the pinnacle of the Sigma male. We'll also look at the risks of the Sigma man stereotype and talk about how to save yourself from turning into Tyler Durden. The narrator first encounters Tyler Durden after passing out on a naked beach. Only until Marla Singer begins frequenting the narrator's support groups and his sleeplessness returns does Tyler come forth completely. In this scene from the movie, Tyler and the narrator are flying together for the first time. Tyler held several evening jobs, both to create circumstances that would allow him to eventually use blackmail on his employers, as well as to partially support himself while engaged in general subversion. Tyler had 2 jobs and produced soap out of human fat that he obtained from trash around liposuction offices. He provided upscale retail stores with this soap. The soap also served as a source of explosive components for improvised bombs. Although the narrator attended the groups and purportedly slept through the night, Tyler was probably busy putting everything up during that time. This coincides with the time when he purchased the Paper Street house under the narrator's name. When the narrator's sleeplessness struck again, Tyler had already made a name for himself in the world behind his back. Tyler tries to coercively lead the narrator to enlightenment throughout the narrative by pushing him to his lowest point. The hollow, socially programmed ego of the narrator was something he wished to slowly eliminate. If he had been successful, the distinction between Tyler and the narrator would have vanished, eliminating the necessity for the Tyler Durden persona. Tyler, though, acknowledged his failure towards the end of the narrative. Tyler's quest to liberate himself was perceived by the narrator as a hostile takeover of his mind because he continued to vehemently disagree with his intentions. He never really realized that Tyler Durden represented his true nature. He mistook the himself he thought he was experiencing for a phony identity that society had implanted in his mind. After the narrative, the narrator shoots himself in the face to murder Tyler. This seems to work because it indicates that the narrator has finally reached the lowest point and is at that point entirely liberated and in charge. This enables him to fully enact his decision to get rid of Tyler as opposed to becoming him. However, a brief glimpse of the movie's conclusion reveals that Tyler is still very much alive. Which, according to Fight Club 2, he is. Tyler Durden, a prominent figure in the world of Fight Club, sought to dismantle societal programming, attack consumerism, and disrupt the established social order. His ideals incorporated elements of neo-Luddism, anarcho-primitivism, Buddhism, and esoteric spirituality, with a strong anti-consumerism theme. Durden opposed popular culture, materialism, capitalism, technology, and modern society. He described his ideal world as an Arcadian paradise, with humans living freely among post-apocalyptic urban ruins. Critics argue that Durden was hypocritical, preaching freedom while commanding his cult. However, Chuck Palahniuk argues that the purpose of Project Mayhem was to coach people beyond their abilities, aiming to coach people beyond their fears. In Fight Club 2, it is revealed that Tyler is potentially a hereditary mental disorder that has been gestating in the narrator's family for generations. This could be a lie from Tyler to make the narrator give up his free will, but given Tyler's presence in the narrator's son's mind, it is possible. Fight Club 2 is a self-aware spoof of the Fight Club franchise, making it a possible joke. This figure is a great illustration of a Sigma man who has broken free from the constraints of societal hierarchy. Often, Sigma males have a negative attitude towards social circles and hierarchies. These guys stand out since they don't blend in with the crowd. Others view them as influential and respected since they don't follow the established order. Sigmas view society as a matrix and conduct themselves accordingly. Sometimes people think of Sigmas as reserved, meek people. Due to their seeming laziness, they could even be mistakenly classified as beta guys. But make no mistake, they each have a very own personality. For alphas, who derive the majority of their self-assurance from the interactions of their beta, delta, gamma, and omega counterparts, sigmas may frequently be a difficult character. Typically, alphas and sigmas don't get along. Because sigmas are less influenced by leadership than other personality types are, an alpha can perceive a sigma's defiant social disobedience as a danger. Alphas require a social environment to function. However, after taking everything away, a sigma's identity is what remains, rendering him socially invincible. Let's use metaphor to explain. A cobra is a guy who rules. Except for that insane animal known as the mongoose, no one bothers cobras for obvious reasons. The mongoose of the social structure is the sigma. They are blatantly an exception to the laws of nature. I advise you to conduct an independent study if you are curious to understand more about Sigma men. Both online and in libraries, there are a ton of materials available. Additionally, use caution if you discover that you identify with the Sigma masculine stereotype. The Sigma male way of life can be harmful and hazardous. It's critical to strike a balance between independence and community, self-sufficiency and reliance. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to know more interesting facts like this, stay tuned. For that, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share our videos.